The first night I heard it, I blamed the pipes. Old houses breathe. They expand. They whisper through the walls like they're remembering something. That's what the realtor told me when I signed the papers for the house at the end of Briarwood Lane. It has character. Character didn't usually mean a hallway that felt longer at night, but I needed quiet, needed space, needed distance from the city and everything that happened there. The house delivered on that. One story, narrow layout, living room in the front, bedrooms lined up along a single corridor stretching straight back. And at the very end of that hall, a door, locked. The realtor said it was just a storage room. Previous owner kept it sealed. You can clear it out whenever you like. I didn't ask for the key. I should have. Night 1. I woke up at 3:12 a.m. No nightmare, no noise, just awake. The hallway light was on. I never leave lights on. I lay there staring at my bedroom doorway, heart steady but alert. The glow from the hall cut across my ceiling like a blade. Then I heard it, a soft click, like a doorknob settling back into place. At the end of the hall, I told myself it was temperature change, wood shifting, old mechanics. I didn't get up, but I didn't fall back asleep either. Night 3. The hallway felt longer. I know how that sounds, but when I stepped out of my bedroom to grab water, the corridor seemed stretched, the shadows deeper, the door at the end smaller than I remembered, and slightly open. Not wide, just enough to see darkness inside. I froze. I was certain I'd never touch that door. I walked halfway down the hall before stopping. The air felt colder with each step. The light above flickered once. Inside the room, there was no movement, no sound, just dark. I closed the door gently. It clicked shut, and for a second, I thought I heard breathing, not mine, from the other side. The dream. That night I dreamed I was standing in the hallway, but the house was different. The walls looked damp, the paint peeling, the ceiling sagging slightly. The door at the end was wide open. Inside, the room was impossibly large, bigger than the house. A vast black space stretching beyond sight. And in the center of that darkness, a chair, facing away from me. Someone was sitting in it. I couldn't see them, but I knew they were smiling, because I could hear it. A slow, wet stretching sound, like skin pulling too far. I tried to wake up. I couldn't move. The chair began to turn. I woke up before it faced me. 3:12 a.m. Again, daylight. Investigation. I decided to be rational. I checked the blueprints in the basement filing cabinet. The hallway measurements were normal. The storage room at the end was small, 8 by 8, nothing unusual. I grabbed a screwdriver and forced the lock. The door opened with resistance. Dust filled the air. The room was empty. Completely empty. No furniture, no boxes, no chair, just 4 bare walls. But the walls were wrong. They weren't painted like the rest of the house. They were darker, almost stained, and the floorboards felt uneven, as if something heavy had sat in one place for a very long time, right in the center. The first voice. That night I didn't sleep. I sat in the living room staring down the hallway. At 3:12 a.m., the light turned on, by itself. Then I heard it clearly. A whisper, soft, calm, close. Come sit. It wasn't loud. It didn't need to be. It sounded like it was inside my head. I stood up slowly, walked down the hall. Each step felt like stepping into water. Thick, resistant. The door at the end was open. Inside, the chair. It was there now. Old wood, high back, facing the far wall. Someone was sitting in it. I could see the back of their head. It looked like me. Same hair, same shoulders. The figure tilted its head slightly, as if listening. Then it spoke. You're late. The realization. I couldn't breathe. The hallway behind me stretched longer, much longer. My bedroom door now impossibly far away. The figure in the chair slowly stood up. When it turned, it was me, but wrong. The smile was too wide, the eyes too hollow, like something wearing my face without understanding it. You left, it said. I stayed. Memories flooded back. This house wasn't new to me. I had lived here before, years ago, before the accident, before the night I locked myself in that room, before I decided I didn't want to exist anymore. But something did. Something stayed, and it waited. The truth. The storage room wasn't storage. It was the room I chose, the room I sealed, the room where I tried to disappear. I didn't die, but something split, something stayed behind. A version of me that never left that night, that never healed, that never forgave. It stepped closer. The truth. The storage room wasn't storage. It was the room I chose, the room I sealed, the room where I tried to disappear. I didn't die, but something split, something stayed behind. A version of me that never left that night, that never healed, that never forgave. It stepped closer. Its movements were delayed by half a second, like a reflection with bad timing. You can't ignore me, it said. I'm the part you buried. The walls began to stretch, the ceiling rising, the hallway distorting behind me, the room growing larger, endless, like the dream. You don't get to leave me here again. The choice. The figure reached out its hand. Its fingers were cold, almost translucent. If you walk away, it whispered, I'll follow. The house groaned. Lights flickered violently. The hallway outside was now impossibly long. No exit visible. No escape. Just the room, and the version of me inside it. I realized something then. The room wasn't growing. The hallway was shrinking. My world outside this pain had been shrinking for years. Avoidance, distraction, running. And this was what happens when you lock something away instead of facing it. The figure's smile faded. For the first time it looked tired. I don't want to haunt you, it said quietly. I want to be seen. The ending. I stepped forward, not away. The cold from its hand spread up my arm. Memories crashed into me. Grief, guilt, fear, everything I locked in that room, everything I refused to feel. The chair behind it dissolved. The walls began to crack. Light spilled in from somewhere unseen. The figure's face softened. The smile became human. Then it merged into me. Not violently, not painfully, just integrated. The hallway snapped back to normal. The room at the end shrank to 8 by 8, empty again. I closed the door gently, not locked, just closed. Final scene. It's been weeks. The hallway no longer feels long. The light doesn't turn on by itself. I still wake up sometimes at 3:12 a.m., but now it's quiet, peaceful. Sometimes when I pass the end of the hall, I pause, I listen, and I swear I can hear breathing. Not haunting, not threatening, just steady. Mine.